Most people spend 30 years building their retirement savings, then spend the last 5 years before retirement completely unsure if they've saved enough. If that's you, stay with me. Because here's what the financial industry won't tell you. There's no single magic number. The real answer depends on three things that are completely personal to you. Today, I'm going to walk you through the actual math, the same framework that fee-only financial planners use with their $500 an hour clients. And you're going to get it for free right now. I've spent 20 years studying how Americans retire successfully and unsuccessfully. The difference usually comes down to one conversation people either had or didn't have early enough. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear, personalized target range and a simple three-step process to check whether you're on track. Let's start with the number everyone gets wrong. You've probably heard, you need $1 million to retire. That number has been repeated so many times it feels like law. But for most Americans in the 55 to 65 window, it's actually wrong. Here's why. That 1 million figure assumes you'll earn 5% per year and spend $50,000 annually. But what if you plan to spend $35,000 or $80,000? The number changes completely. The real starting point isn't a number someone else made up. It's your spending. Specifically, how much do you actually spend each month, right now before retirement? Research from the Bureau of Labor Statistics shows the average American household age 65 plus spends about $48,000 per year, but averages hide a lot. Your number could be very different. Studies consistently show that spending actually drops in early retirement. People travel, yes, but they also stop commuting, buying work clothes, and eating out for lunch every single day. Financial planners call this the retirement spending smile. Spending is higher early, the go-go years, drops in the middle, the slow-go years, then can rise again late in life for healthcare. So step one, before you even think about a savings target, is to sit down and write out what your ideal retirement month actually looks like, dollar by dollar. Include everything: housing, food, utilities, healthcare, travel, hobbies, gifts for grandkids, streaming services, even your morning coffee. Retirees who under-budget their fund money end up miserable. Once you have that monthly number, multiply it by 12 for your annual spending. That's your foundation. Everything else we're going to build on top of that. For this example, let's use $54,000 a year, $4,500 per month. That's slightly above average, and it gives us clean numbers to work with throughout this video. Now let's talk about the most important rule in retirement planning, the 4% rule. This comes from the Trinity study, 30 years of academic research on how long retirement portfolios actually last. The rule says this: if you withdraw 4% of your portfolio in year one, then adjust for inflation each year after, your money has historically lasted 30 years or more in 96% of scenarios tested. So here's how you apply it. Take your annual spending, our example is $54,000, and divide it by 0.04. That gives you your savings target. $54,000 divided by 0.04 equals $1,350,000. That's your starting target, not 1 million, 1.35 million, for our example spending level. Now, before you panic about that number, here's the part most people don't account for. You probably have other income streams that reduce how much you need to pull from savings. Social Security is the big one. The average monthly benefit in 2024 is $1,907. If you're married, you could be looking at 2 checks, potentially $3,800 or more per month coming in automatically. Here's how that changes our math. If a married couple gets $3,800 from Social Security, that's $45,600 per year. Subtract that from $54,000 annual spending, and you only need $8,400 more from savings. $8,400 divided by 4%. Now your savings target drops to just $210,000. That's a completely different retirement picture than the $1.35 million we started with. This is why you absolutely must include Social Security in your projections. Go to ssa.gov right now, create an account, and look at your estimated benefit. Takes 10 minutes. Other income streams that reduce your savings target: pension payments, rental income, part-time work in early retirement, annuity payments, even a working spouse. List everything. Let's look at 3 real-world examples. Different income levels, different situations. I'll show you exactly how each person calculates their number. First up, Robert and Linda. Robert just retired at 62. Linda plans to work 2 more years. Combined Social Security will be $3,400 per month. They have $485,000 in 401k savings and a paid-off house. Their monthly spending, $5,200. Annual, $62,400. Social Security covers $40,800. Gap from savings, $21,600 per year. Savings needed at 4%, $540,000. They're $55,000 short. But Linda, working 2 more years, contributing $18,000 annually to her 401k, closes most of that gap. By 62, they'll be within striking distance of fully funded. The lesson: a small gap at 60 is usually solvable. 2 to 3 more working years, spending adjustments of 10%, or delaying Social Security, any of these can close a $50,000 shortfall. Case study 2. David, age 58, single, $720,000 in 401k and IRA. Plans to retire at 60. Social Security, $2,100 per month. Monthly spending target, $4,800. David's annual spending, $57,600. Social Security covers $25,200. Gap, $32,400. At 4% rule, he needs $810,000. He has $720,000. He's short by $90,000 with 2 years to retirement. David's biggest lever, waiting until 62 to claim Social Security instead of 60, increases his benefit from $2,100 to $2,520 per month. A 20% increase permanently. With the higher Social Security benefit, David's savings gap drops from $32,400 to $22,560 per year. Savings needed, $564,000. His $720,000 now exceeds the target by $156,000. The lesson from David: Social Security timing is one of the highest leverage decisions in retirement planning. Each year you delay past 62 adds roughly 6 to 8% to your benefit, permanently. Quick case study 3. Patricia and James, both 65, ready to retire now. Combined savings, $1.1 million. Social Security, $4,200 per month combined. Spend, $6,500 per month. Annual spending, $78,000. Social Security covers $50,400. Gap, $27,600. At 4%, they need $690,000. They have $1.1 million. They have $410,000 more than they need. They're done. But here's something interesting about Patricia and James. Knowing they had a $410,000 cushion changed how they felt about retirement. The stress they'd carried for years simply lifted. Studies from the Employee Benefit Research Institute show that retirees who know their numbers sleep better, spend more confidently, and, counterintuitively, are actually more generous with family. Clarity is a gift you give yourself, and now you have the framework to get there. Let's move to the part that trips everyone up. What happens when the number isn't quite there yet? If your math reveals a savings gap, you have 5 proven levers to close it. Most people only know 2 of them. Let's go through all 5, from least painful to most powerful. Lever 1. Reduce spending by 10 to 15%. This is easier than it sounds. Most pre-retirees are still paying for things that fit their 50-year-old life, not their 65-year-old life. Things that often disappear naturally in retirement. Mortgage payments, if you time it right, college tuition for kids who are finally done, commuting costs, work wardrobe, and payroll taxes. Lever 2, delay retirement by 2 years. Every extra year does 3 things. Adds savings, reduces the number of years your portfolio needs to last, and usually increases Social Security. A study by Vanguard found that working just 2 extra years can increase retirement security by up to 25%, equivalent to saving an extra $150,000 for someone with a $600,000 portfolio. Lever 3, optimize Social Security claiming age. This single decision can be worth $100,000 to $200,000 in lifetime benefits for a married couple. Most people leave this money on the table. For every year you delay Social Security past your full retirement age, up to age 70, your benefit grows by 8%. That's a guaranteed 8% return. Name me another guaranteed 8% anywhere. Lever 4, generate income from your home equity. If you own your home, you have an asset most financial calculators completely ignore. Options include downsizing, renting a room, or a reverse mortgage. Downsizing from a $450,000 home to a $280,000 condo frees up $170,000 in cash, after expenses, that can go directly into your retirement portfolio, plus lower property taxes and maintenance. Lever 5, part-time work or consulting in early retirement. Earning just $1,500 per month in your early 60s reduces portfolio withdrawals dramatically and keeps your mind sharp. Many retirees find that working 1 or 2 days a week doing something they actually enjoy, consulting, teaching, crafts, tutoring, gives them the social connection and mental stimulation they didn't expect to miss. Here's what I want you to take away from this section. You don't need to close a savings gap all at once. Combine multiple levers, even small adjustments on 2 or 3, and the gap often disappears. One more thing about gaps: inflation. Your spending target needs to grow over time. A common rule is to plan for 3% inflation per year throughout retirement, meaning $54,000 today becomes $72,000 in 10 years. This is why the 4% rule builds in an inflation adjustment, and why keeping your portfolio invested in a diversified mix of stocks and bonds matters even after you retire. A portfolio that's 100% in cash or CDs will likely lose purchasing power over a 25 to 30-year retirement. Your money needs to keep working, even when you've stopped. All right, let's put this all together into a concrete checklist. These are the 7 questions you need to be able to answer with a real number before you can confidently say you're ready to retire. Question 1. What is my actual monthly spending target in retirement? Not what I make now, but what I plan to spend. Have you built a detailed retirement budget? Line by line? Question 2. What will my Social Security benefit be? And at what age am I planning to claim it? Do you have your actual statement from SRA.gov, not an estimate from memory? Question 3. What are all my other guaranteed income sources? Pension, annuity, rental income. List every source and its monthly dollar amount. Every dollar of guaranteed income reduces your savings burden. Question 4. What is my total investable savings? 401k, IRA, brokerage accounts, everything. Not including home equity or personal property. Liquid assets only. Question 5. What is my savings gap? And which levers do I plan to use to close it? If you did the math from section 2, you already know this. If not, pause and do it now. Question 6. Do I have a healthcare plan from retirement until Medicare kicks in at 65? This is the single biggest expense gap people don't plan for. COBRA is temporary. Marketplace insurance is expensive. Healthcare is not optional. The average couple retiring at 62 will spend $13,000 to $16,000 per year on health insurance until Medicare eligibility. That's 3 years of significant cost. Budget for it explicitly. Question 7. Do I have a withdrawal strategy? Which accounts do I tap first, second, and last? The order of withdrawals has a massive impact on how long your money lasts and how much you pay in taxes. The general rule: withdraw from taxable brokerage accounts first, then traditional 401k and IRA, then Roth accounts last. And this sequence minimizes lifetime taxes and maximizes tax-free growth. If you answered all 7 questions with real numbers, congratulations. You've done more retirement planning than 80% of Americans your age. Seriously, most people guess. If you couldn't answer some of them, that's okay. That's exactly why you're here. And I'll link the resources to help you answer each one in the description below. Here's what matters most. Retirement isn't a cliff you fall off. It's a transition you plan. And the best time to sharpen that plan is right now, while you still have time to adjust. In our next video, I'm going to cover the Rule of 55, a little-known IRS provision that lets you access your 401k penalty-free starting at age 55 if you've recently left your job. Most people have never heard of it. If you haven't subscribed yet, do it now. We publish every week, specifically for people in the 55 to 65 window who want to retire with confidence, not confusion. Hit the bell for notifications. One final thought. The number isn't the goal. The life you want to live is the goal. The number is just the tool that gets you there. Build your life first, then reverse engineer the savings you need. Thank you for spending this time with me today. I'll see you in the next one, where we tackle the Rule of 55 and early 401k access. Take care of yourself. You've earned it. Disclaimer: this video is for educational purposes only and does not constitute personalized financial advice. Please consult a licensed financial advisor before making retirement decisions.